Hi, I'm Kelly Franznick, founder of Blink. We are a user experience research and design firm. This is a short presentation that I gave to the MIT Enterprise Forum of the Northwest regarding NFC technology. NFC, I think, is one of the most compelling new technologies because of what it enables. It enables potentially magical experiences as people interact with their devices with the world around them by simply waving or touching their device to either initiate a transaction or exchange some data. I think this will introduce brand new interactions that we can't even imagine yet, much like multi-touch or Xbox Connect has with other natural user interface actions. So people typically think about NFC related to a mobile handset. While that's certainly where the momentum is, it doesn't necessarily have to be handset related. NFC is a protocol for data exchange between two devices in close proximity to each other, and it's widely expected to become a major force in mobile payments in the near future. NFC has some key differences between RFID, infrared, and Bluetooth that really allow it to have a much more natural consumer experience. So rather than having to go through the steps of pairing or worrying about line of sight, with NFC you can walk up to the device, touch or wave your NFC enabled device, and initiate that transaction. So while there's a lot of momentum about cashless payment systems, there are other scenarios that I think are even more compelling. What I've tried to assemble here is just a few sketches of some of those scenarios. Start with the one that I just mentioned, the mobile order and payment system. So your NFC device could actually store your preferences. You could have your favorite sort of order, part of your morning routine, go by, initiate that transaction, and pay for it, all with your NFC enabled device. There's more to it than that though, because you can actually store data in your NFC device. You could store your preferences in it. So if you walked up to your car, used it to gain access and start your car, it could also know your seat and temperature preferences. It could look at your schedule, integrate with the car and GPS system to make recommendations about traffic, etc. Physical access, I think, is another interesting use of NFC. Instead of having a whole ring of keys, you could have one NFC-enabled device, use it to gain access to home, work, and other locations. The area of digital goods is also very promising. Instead of just using it as payment for physical goods, you could actually receive, say, an MP3 file from a music kiosk right there using an NFC protocol and have it delivered directly to your device. There's a lot of public transit scenarios that are very promising, and there's some trials starting up already using this technology, where you could get on a bus or a ferry, just wave or touch your device and pay for that trip. Simplified connection, I think, is another promising scenario for NFC. We've probably all struggled or seen people struggle with pairing Bluetooth devices together. Imagine a Bluetooth device with NFC built in. Well, now suddenly you could touch devices and they would know that they should connect to each other and be paired instantly. Making cashless transactions with NFC-enabled vending machines is another scenario for NFC. What's interesting here is the interface could either be on the vending machine itself or could be on your mobile device. Thinking about membership and reward scenarios, I think what's most interesting here is not the checkout process, but actually the check-in process. So imagine going to your favorite restaurant or walking into your favorite retailer and checking in with your NFC device to say, I'm here now, and it knowing your preferences and interests and actually showing you on your device some of the specials, promotions, reward deals that are offered specifically to you. The environment around you in the retail environment could actually reconfigure to highlight items that you might be interested in. Peer-to-peer is another promising area for NFC. So instead of fumbling with USB keys or trying to email back and forth, if you had an event on your calendar that you wanted to share, or you had a file that you were trying to give to a friend, you could simply touch your devices and make that transfer happen. So those are just some of the scenarios for NFC, but I think the challenge for folks who design user experiences like Blink, and for those that develop these experiences in the future, is to really think not just about the user experience as something that's on the device itself, but think beyond that and think about the opportunities that are in the world around us. Thank you.